It's Monday, August 26, 2024, and I'm Dave Soul. 3 things to know today. Revised U.S. job growth data shows a loss of 818,000 jobs as remote work declines but stabilizes above pre-pandemic levels. Small business optimistic about 2024 despite slower MSP revenue growth, and everybody's eyeing AI investments. And post-pandemic supply chain woes, the bullwhip effect driving inventory swings as companies are seeking stability. This is the business of tech. Revisions to the U.S. job growth data revealed a loss of 818,000 jobs from April 2023 to March 2024, prompting criticism of the Federal Reserve for potentially being late in cutting interest rates. Despite the revisions, the unemployment rate remains low, and the Biden administration emphasizes ongoing job recovery. The revisions, the largest in 15 years, highlight challenges in assessing the labor market growth post-pandemic. Economists suggest that slower job growth should influence future rate cuts, with expectations for a September decision from the Fed amid a cooling labor market. And the share of job listings offering remote or hybrid work has declined from its peak in 2022, but remains higher than pre-pandemic levels, with 7.6% of listings by July 2024 compared to over 10% during the hiring frenzy. The decline reflects that weakening job market and indicates remote work is stabilizing at a new normal. A survey by Great Place to Work reveals that remote workers are significantly more satisfied and engaged than those required to return to the office, with RTO mandates negatively impacting employee retention and morale. Employees who can choose to work their environment where they want are 3 times more likely to stay with their company, with those facing RTO policies 14 times more likely to consider quitting. And tech companies are backtracking on return-to-office mandates, with only 3% enforcing full-time attendance, down from 8% last year. A majority at 79% now offer flexible working arrangements, and over half at 56% have adopted an employee's choice model. Notable firms like Dell and Google faced backlash over strict RTO policies, indicating a shift toward hybrid work models despite previous predictions of a full return to the office. And speaking of jobs, AI is predicted to transform over 92% of technology jobs, this coming from the AI-enabled ICT Workforce Consortium, which also highlights significant changes in roles across 7 job families, particularly in business management, design, and user experience. Key skills needed include AI ethics, prompt engineering, and machine learning, while basic programming and manual tasks are expected to decline in relevance. European IT professionals express uncertainty about detecting AI misinformation, with 19% lacking confidence in their own abilities and 20% in their company's capabilities. From ISACA's recent 2024 AI Pulse poll, 62% believe AI will positively impact audit roles, with concerns about privacy and security persisting. The demand for AI training is evident, as 86% of respondents anticipate needing it within 2 years. Now, why do we care? For providers, this uncertainty translates to a potentially more cautious approach from clients in terms of investment and spending. Companies may hesitate to commit to long-term technology investments until more economic stability exists. Enterprises and educational institutions must invest in training for AI and update their curricula, while workers should pursue lifelong learning to stay competitive. That said, I'm not doom and gloom here. The data is all pointing as things as level. The demand for secure, efficient, and scalable remote infrastructure will persist, and providers can differentiate themselves by offering solutions that enhance remote collaboration, data security, and productivity. Considering how much this continues to be a struggle, there's room for this offering. Are you and your clients tired of the time-consuming ticket tennis of coordinating meetings and help desk calls? Wouldn't it be better to automate this process with a tool that connects directly to ConnectWise Manage or Autotask? TimeZest offers scheduling automation that gives you complete control of your schedule and eliminates the hassle of calendar ping pong. As the only service designed specifically for MSPs, It integrates into your workflow and makes scheduling appointments easy on you and your clients. Plus, you can try TimeZest for free. Visit timezest.com/MSBradio and use the code MSBradio to get 10% off your first year of TimeZest. Global spending on artificial intelligence is projected to exceed $632 billion by 2028, driven by rapid adoption across various industries, including finance and software services, per a new forecast from IDC. The annual growth rate is expected to be 29%, with software accounting for over half of the spending. Despite challenges in implementation, organizations are increasingly recognizing the value of AI in enhancing business outcomes and customer engagement. And despite slower revenue growth for managed services providers, 90% of small businesses are optimistic about achieving their goals this year, with many planning to invest in marketing and technology. American Express's Amex TrendX Small Business Edition reports finding that younger business owners, those millennial and Gen Zs, are cautious with spending and are more likely to embrace AI for various applications, believing it provides a competitive edge. AI usage is prevalent in analyzing customer data and automating tasks, highlighting opportunities for managed services providers to offer AI-related services to small businesses. Why do we care? While the overall revenue growth for providers may currently be sluggish, the shift toward AI adoption could open up those new revenue streams. The prevalence of AI in analyzing customer data and automating tasks suggests a growing demand for AI-driven solutions among small businesses. The American Express report highlights that many small businesses are investing in marketing and technology. For providers, it suggests that marketing AI-related services should be a priority. Educating small business owners on the practical benefits of AI, such as improved efficiency, enhanced customer insights, and better decision-making, can drive adoption. And despite the optimism around AI, the reality of implementation can be complex. Organizations often face challenges related to integration, data quality, and understanding AI's full capabilities. Providers can differentiate themselves by selling AI-based solutions and offering end-to-end support, from planning and deployment to ongoing management and optimization. And it all starts with AI governance. I want to highlight the Axios Macro newsletter, which discusses the ongoing economic challenges stemming from the pandemic, highlighting the bullwhip effect in supply chains that's led to significant fluctuations in output and inventory. It notes that companies are still adjusting to new demand levels, with recent layoffs not necessarily indicating a recession. Here's a quote from the article. In the aforementioned beer game, often used in business school operations classes, sometimes substituting a less intoxicating product like candy, different teams represent different points in the beer supply chain: retailers, distributors, manufacturers, and so on. The upshot is that because each node on the chain seeks to maintain adequate inventories and has limited information on what is going on at other points in the chain, huge swings in supply occur until the teams figure out how to find a steady equilibrium. In the real-life economy, companies have spent decades learning those lessons and adopting technologies and practices to mitigate the bullwhip effect, but the pandemic blew them up. Why do we care? I'm giving you a mini MBA lesson today. How often do we talk about the supply chain, but maybe don't quite understand the problem? The balance of the supply chain is what's so critically important, and notably, those in IT have that supply chain too. We have it on both hardware and software. There's only so much AI capability right now and capacity, particularly when we consider GPUs on the back end. I wanted to share this for those, like me, who didn't go to business school. This is a very tangible, understandable way to consider the supply chain in miniature. With as many breaches and security concerns as I report in this show, it should be obvious that cybersecurity is not just about technology, but also the human expertise needed to interpret and respond to complex threats. Huntress is focused on elevating SMBs and MSPs around the world. Huntress has a suite of fully managed cybersecurity solutions powered by a 24/7 human-led SOC, dedicated to continuous monitoring, expert investigation, and rapid response. And the proof is the execution. Huntress is the #1 rated EDR for SMBs on G2. Want to know more about the platform? Visit huntress.com/MSP Radio to learn more. Thanks for listening. It's National Dog Day and also National Cherry Popsicle Day. Oh, and it's National Toilet Paper Day, but most importantly, Women's Equity Day. Have a question you want answered? We're taking listener questions. Send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video, to question@mspradio.com. I answer those listener questions live each week on our Wednesday live show, this week, 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and LinkedIn. And if you like the show, the #1 thing you can do to help out, share it with a colleague. I will talk to you again tomorrow. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like button, follow, or subscribe. It's free and easy and the best way to support the show and help us grow. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can join the Business of Tech community at patreon.com/MSP Radio, or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Finally, if you're interested in advertising on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening to me, and I will talk to you again on our next episode of The Business of Tech.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.